Poverty on Long Island is very complex. The working poor for Long Island has become a very fast-growing segment of our community. They're the people in our communities that are working at that $11, $12 an hour wage, which really creates a significant problem with social services. $30 and $40 an hour is where we need to be. We can't pay our way out of the groundswell of people who are really in need of services.
People often look at Long Island and they think that it's a wealthy place, but there are areas that have been economically isolated.
We've got to really innovate to help people lift out of that working poor segment.
We need to be creating high-paying jobs. That's our mission, that's our focus. Wyandotte was listed as the most economically distressed community on Long Island. We need to do a better job in working with the people of Wyandotte to help create the right kind of development. This wasn't about building new buildings, it was about how do we leverage that development in a way that's creating good paying jobs with benefits.
Wyandotte Resource Center is giving opportunities to people who live in the community to actually work on the construction, and they would begin to learn a career that would take them to so many other projects over the next 5 to 10 years.
Opportunities Long Island came out of the pilot in Wyandotte and partnering with the Long Island Federation of Labor, the National Suffolk Building Trades Council, and the United Way with their great Youth Build program.
It's a critical pathway for our students in Youth Build to move on in their training to get quality jobs.
We applied and were approved by the New York State Department of Labor for direct entry status, which allows individuals that are graduating from our apprenticeship preparation training program a direct interview for the union apprenticeship. We are targeting neighborhoods where larger redevelopment projects are taking place. We're really looking for individuals that have the character, that are dedicated, that want to grow, really want to start a career and start their lives.
In the village of Hempstead, the unemployment rate between the ages of 18 to 35 exceeds 20%. So clearly, we are looking to ensure that people get an opportunity to work.
In the town of Huntington, any building over 100,000 square feet has to be part of an apprenticeship program. We've had this program in place now for several years, and it's worked. We have developers that have stepped up to start working with labor, really to their advantage. They get quality workers. And we're just about ready to embark on redevelopment of New York Avenue. You know, this has to be good for the community. You have union workers, they're local. They're invested in their communities.
They're bringing those paychecks back, gives them an opportunity to earn a living, buy a home, increase the tax structure, and grow a family that'll stay here on Long Island.
All of the apprentices are trained at our expense. That's a key point, both for government and for the development community, to recognize they're getting health care. The union has an obligation to find them a job, so we take a huge burden off of government in doing it.
That's what the labor movement's all about. That's what Opportunities Long Island was created to do, to break the cycle of poverty that young people are stuck in, to give them an opportunity that they would not have had without the union movement.
The trades are in constant communications with politicians throughout Long Island, looking for candidates to come into these programs, because if we don't have their support, it's not going to happen.
We cannot continue to offer to a generation work where they're going to be paid by the hour and not have a pension, health benefits.
We would much rather invest on the training side than be dependent upon a shrinking tax base.
A developer should recognize the community is looking to eradicate poverty.
They're coming into that community. They've got to be a stakeholder. They just can't come in, build, and leave.
Developers who are working in these communities need to be responsible for making sure that they're taking every opportunity to work with people in the community. You can literally change people's lives, and when you do that enough times, you are changing communities as a whole, and that's what Opportunities Long Island is doing.